Dr. Oscar Mora is a professor in Mexico and has specializations in education, technology, as well as music. And today we'll learn about one of Oscar's inventions, I believe, and its application. So without further ado, Oscar, welcome to the gift stage. Thank you so much for being here. And really looking forward to learning more about the work that you're creating. So we'll hand it over to you.
Well, thank you, Erin. Hi, everybody. Well, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a professor. But thanks.
Pardon my error. Just a professor.
Wish to be a doctor probably someday. Yeah.
Amazing. A specialist who teaches his wisdom.
Thanks. Well, yes, right now we're working on a new line of robotics. We're collaborating with some of the students that we have in Osmotronic right here, and some other students who already some say left the building because they're in college or some other areas. So the thing is, we have this new creation. We are collaborating with autodiy.com robotics, which is a lot of designs to print on a 3D printer. And then you can continue developing some other great ideas. But in this occasion, we're not going to be, well, I'm not going to be giving you this feedback about the robot. Christina here is the one who is learning a new robotics educational role model she's been teaching by one of the students, Emilio Garcia Rabel, which is one of the most talented students that I have the fortune to collaborate with here in Osmotronic and Subire Business School. So I want to be quiet because Christina have some other things to explain about this robot and the way she built and programmed this little thing. So I'm gonna give the word to Christina.
Hi, well, I'm Christina, and this is like we are presenting. His name is Otto, and it's like a robot. I'm learning to like program this new invent, and I think it's very fun because it has a lot of things that I think no robot I was using it made. I really like to program like robots because I think it's fun and entertaining. And well, this is Otto, and I'm gonna explain how to use it or program it.
So we're going to share the screen about program. This is a free license for everybody who can join us with this type of technology and robots. This is pretty familiar with flowchart and some other things. This robot that we have here, it's about one ultrasonic sensor. There's 4 motors, about servo motors. It has with a power switch, 4 batteries, and a little nano Arduino prototype. So it's not just something about a creation. It's really cheap. It's really low cost in a way that I think everybody can afford. Here in Mexico, this is almost like 600 pesos, which is probably like, well, I don't have exactly translation in dollars, but it's so cheap. We have this program license free. So Christina is going to be telling you about how to program in this part. What is probably the basics real quick, because we're just short of time, but let's check this about colors and stuff.
Okay, so first we have the loops, and then we actually this is like if and then we just put it here, and I think it's very fun because it's like for kids because it is all in colors. If you can see there, it's like orange, green, light blue, or purple. And I like colors, so that's why I think it's very fun. This is what how many times I can repeat the moves. I think 10 is good. So this is auto, and this is like the moves, the actions, where you can do whatever you want, like steps or moving, dancing. Okay, first of all, we have this home. It's like for stay, like reset, and we have to put home, and then we want to, if we want to like have a step, we just do this move forward. This if where you can put it, and this is 2 steps. First, we need to have the sensors, like the obstacle sensors. This will be like, if you put something closer, it will found it and move whatever you program. And so if you want to put like the type of obstacle, it's very close, far, or close. We will put it on very close, and if I wanted to move forward, we will put, yeah, forward, and the speed is normal, so I will move it to slow, and it would move so slow. So this, it's 2 steps. If I wanted to make more steps, I will like copy this, Control C, and paste it. So we'll put it this again, and if I wanted to like move backward, I just make the same thing, but put it on another like backward.
Well, in this way, Christina, it's an elementary school right now here in Mexico. As you can see on the left side of the structures, there's some colors. There's some mathematics, logics, instructors, motors, sensors, and it's a really nice way to explain the little kids how they can link the colors with the different areas, like to think about if I feel something, then I move something, which is pretty important for us as teachers, as professors, to be logical with this part of knowledge, right? So it is really important for us to keep in mind that the little kids, it's the first steps that they had on robotics, and needs to be nicer and fun. So in this case, as Christina mentioned, they move backwards also. If you go to the movements, you can do the swing, you can do a moonwalk as Michael Jackson moves. Actually, some of the moves, it's, well, it's not right here, but it's the Are You Okay? With the Smooth Criminal song from Michael Jackson. It's gonna bend the on a side for the robot. So they're gonna be playing and having fun at the same time that they're gonna be programming and learning and well, learning how to program something. So here's a little demonstration on the thing that Christina already programmed here, which is really important. We're gonna delete this one, which is, we have this one already set and done right here. So Christina, can you explain them this?
This is like the Arduino Nato is like the model.
The motherboard?
The motherboard. And here we have the Arduino Nano, that is this model, and well, This is the USB port. This is where I like connect the robot to the computer, and if I like connect,
So as you can see, the home button, it's a reset. It's to get the motors from 0 to start. If but accidentally we move the motors at the first time when you click home, it's gonna be right on the start option. So Chris, right now, can you play the robot, please?
okay, so that's program. It's like on home. If I put my hand closer, it will start walking, moving backward, and it finished.
As you can see, there's an line of program. There's 3 lines of moving forward right here. So it's going to be every single line is 2 steps forward and then 2 steps backwards. So it starts with the 6 steps forward on a normal speed, and then it's going to move backwards 6 steps on a normal speed. So to move this thing, the robot must need to get an obstacle close. So close probably means like 5 or 10 centimeters. Actually, this program, it's designed for little kids that they don't know the numbers, they don't know the letters yet. I mean, it's not the case of Christina, but I mean, in younger kids, probably kindergarten kids, we can use close, very close, or far away. The thing is, if you go to the sensors, you can get a distance with the same sensor, but you can program as with numbers, the centimeters that you want to get. So right now, Christina put the hand 5 centimeters in front of the robot, it's gonna be doing 6 steps forward. It's kind of a tricky, and then the moves backwards. So, so far, this technology we think is really important for us because it's different than the standard robotics education connections. Because, well, right now, I'm gonna start like sharing. I'm gonna stop sharing this because this one it's probably kind of a homemade robot. You know, you can print this one in your house. It's pretty friendly with the little kids. You can use 4 batteries to get the cable off, so you can switch it on, and then you can start like moving the little robot. And well, I mean, it's to start with the little kids, not just in robotics, not just in programming. We're learning how to design this new technology, how we can start to imagine something important right now for our community. And with the little kids starting doing this by themselves, we can reduce the cost of the traditional robotics, because here in Mexico, well, it's kind of expensive at the robotics class, because the material from the brands, the famous brands from robotics are kind of expensive. With these ones, it's pretty cheap to get one of those. And then this is the Auto 1.0. We're developing more robots like this with arms, with ears, with a head, with different stuff. And also we're trying to get some artificial intelligence on the next models, so we can get another type of programming and developing the body of the robots. So this one so far, to print this little robot on a 3D printer, it took probably like 17 hours of printing. But well, we understand that the printer that we had, it's kind of a home printer, it's not an industrial one. So it's kind of a long time, but the process, it's pretty amazing. It's I mean, the little kids have a lot of there's another scenario about developing the design, the way that they go one little microchip and motherboard and motor at a time. You know, it's not like the regular conventional robots that you just can assemble the pieces, and then program, and that's it. In this one, we can open the thing, and there's all the nano Arduino motherboard inside, the sensors, the batteries, and the motors. It's everything. Actually, there's a buzzer, which is some sounds, pretty funny sounds on this one. And well, this is what we're doing right now in the middle of a crisis about economics and the way to put robotics in groups of kids that they don't have a lot of money to do it, or the limited resources about whether they can do more robotic stuff like that, or exactly what they want on a design.
This is fantastic. Thank you so much, Oscar and Christina, for sharing this with us. I have a couple questions, if you don't mind sticking around. Is that okay?
Is that okay?
You're open to some questions? Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I first of all, massive bravo on making something accessible so that more students can learn robotics, because I think many of us who work in the innovation and invention sphere understand the importance of it. It's a bit of a pop quiz for you, my friend Christina, because you showed us how masterful you are of the coding. I'm wondering if you would share with us some of the ways you see this robot applied in the real world. How could it serve the world based on all the great movement that you know how to program?
Okay, so I think it can like help at home, like I don't know, with everything you can do at home, right? So I think it's right now it's too little to help that right now, but in the future I think we will make it like bigger, or I think it's very nice to have it here because I program it and I had fun, and I can share this with my friends and the world, and this, I think it's amazing.
It is amazing. I agree. And I think also that all the skills you're learning when you're programming it, the problem solving, when you hit a problem and have to figure out how to do it differently, and the creativity to think about what do I want to make it do, all of those skills are certainly applicable. And I'll share with you actually at the last gift, we had a competition using a robot called Mura. And Mura's a little robot, and he looks a bit like a dog, but a bit like something that we've never seen before. And the applications of this robot too, even just in bringing things to people who can't go get them themselves, or in turning on lights, or it's simple tasks that make such a big difference in the world. So bravo. And I'm curious, Oscar, you talked a bit about where you're going with the development of this robot in its next phase. I'm curious to know what were some of the problems you ran into in the earlier phases of design that you had to solve to get it to this amazing point?
Thanks. Well, the thing is, the community that we're living in right now, it's León, Guanajuato, and it's a little town which is growing up by technology and industry. And actually, around here, just Amazon it's going to open a delivery center here. And about the technology that we have in this state, we're trying to land the delivery by drones and some other things. And more than ever, with the disease that we have right now, we're trying to get something to be in touch, but not a real touch, you know? So right now, Christina and some other students here in Osmotronic are learning some about drones for the inside flying drones, like the Telo from DJI, this one. Actually, we have a robotics line, the Obelix one, which Christina already used to deliver some other things, small things like medicines to people with COVID, and we're not going to be like in touch, probably 2 or 3 meters. And then we can offer probably medicines, thermometers, all the stuff that they need, but we need to be careful with the touching. So that's for one of the things that we're trying to fix right now, to help others in the technology that we have handling, and also about the thing that it's robotics must be something for everybody in the world. It won't matter if you have the money or not to get the classes or the robots or the stuff. We need to involve as much kids as we can for this. So that was one of the problems that we have here in the state, because there's a lot of guys, a lot of talent with the little kids, but the thing is, they said it's too expensive. I'm not able to afford it. Where we can go and get some backup for economical things. So once that León, Guanajuato, the city here in Mexico, it's getting the money from different brands, we just need to develop the thing. And the thing for us right now in Osmotronic is to be able to be a link between the brands and the work and the things that they need to, and to be accessible for everyone here in town. So I think that's the main reason that we're trying to developing something different of the brands that we have already.
It's amazing. So you mentioned, if I didn't mishear, these are open source plans that we, like, other people can access to print a robot. Is that right?
Is that right? Is that completely right? Everything, it's open source, since the softwares and the hardwares.
So where do I go? How do I start? Where do I find these plans to go start building my own robot?
The only thing that they ask you to do when you print the parts, the legs, the backup and stuff, it's ottodi.com, which is spelled OTTO, DIY.com. You can get a bunch of robots, a bunch of ideas that you can print on your own, and then they can give you the software in an open source. You can use it in Mac, Windows, Linux, whatever you have, your phone, your whatever. So I think it's pretty amazing. Back 1 year ago, we were trying to do some face mask for the doctors that is in the front line with COVID. So with the 3D printers and those types of websites, we get the design, we just print a bunch of those, and we are sharing with the hospitals around the town. So I think it's amazing that there's a lot of people doing this for free, doing this to collaborate and get a better world. So that's the main thing. Erin, you're in mute, I think, on your microphone. It's mute.
It's my favorite way to be, on mute. Thank you so much for your leadership in promoting the importance of robotics and bringing robotics to folks who are interested in it and don't yet know that they should be interested in it. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Oscar, and wishing you all the best.
Wish you the same. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I hope that everybody can contact us in Osmotronic, and my name Oscar Mora on Facebook. You can get more of the designs that we have right so far about robotics. Thank you so much for everything. See you next time on another gift, hopefully.
Absolutely. And Christina, please keep innovating.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.